Welcome back to Southern Draw Outdoors. A little rough around the edges.
Being from Central Florida, I headed down to Osceola Outdoors. My good buddy Mike Tussey was guiding us in a hog hunt to remember. It was a hot week, beginning of July. We're talking heat index of about 110 degrees, and there was no letting up. In the state of Florida this time of year it rains, and I don't mean just rains a little bit, it rains every day, and normally a lot. So our hog hunt, needless to say, was just a little bit soggy. I met Mike Tussey at a place called Lakeport Lodge, just a little bit outside of Okeechobee. And this area, farmland, cattle area, we actually headed out to one of his 4,500 acre ranches that he manages. Now, with the rain being such an issue and the weather being an issue, being that everywhere we went we were dodging rain bullets, we were in a very wet piece of property. The way we got around on the property was in a very cool, big swamp buggy. I mean, this thing was great. He had underneath, he had an area where he could put his dogs. We had a place on top where we could sit and we could hunt from. Dogs even actually sat up top, as well as hunters and some other backup people we had. This is gonna be our swamp buggy ride where we got dogs over here underneath this buggy. And we're gonna let them out. We've got a little bit of weather rolling in, but I'm kind of hoping that it does not get us wet. So this will be a fun hunt. I'm actually hunting with my .45 caliber handgun. So it's gonna be up close and personal, which is the plan. It'll be a good hunt. We got the dogs, so it can't go wrong. Hey girls, boys. Once we went ahead and got all loaded up and in this marsh buggy, we headed out. And you know, driving in flooded fields is not easy. For one thing, if we had a pickup truck, we would have never made it through this area. We were going through big ditches, crossing culverts, and the fields themselves that actually had cattle and horses on them were probably in some areas knee deep in water. But fortunately, we could get through with the buggy we were on.
Each one will have a different, you know, telltale sign that there's a hog here. You just kind of have to know the dogs.
On the way out, Mike was kind of sharing me about what we were getting ourselves into. I've hunted hogs. I've hunted hogs a lot in Florida, but honestly, I've only hunted with dogs only a few times. So this was kind of cool, you know, because I like seeing the dogs work. I like seeing how the dogs react to the smell of hogs, how they pick up a trail. So hearing from Mike, because he works with these dogs every day, a little bit about what we were getting ourselves into is educational, and also it kind of got me a little bit excited. The thing about hog hunting, in a way in Florida it's a tradition, and it's been going on for years with dogs. The nice thing about hunting hogs is you can do it somewhat untraditionally, which now is a traditional way of doing it in some schools. You know, you could do the traditional way of sitting in tree stands, spotting and stalking them, and other ways such as that. But with dogs, you can do things a little bit more unique, such as hunting with knives or spears, and a handgun, or whatever the case might be when it comes to weapons. When we're hunting with these dogs, we're really relying on their nose. Their nose picks up scent trail. When it picks up the scent trail, the dog goes and he starts looking for the hog. The key thing about what we're doing is Mike shared with me his tactic of hunting these hogs with dogs. The key is you don't let all the dogs off at one time. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to send one out, get on a hot trail, and then, if need be, send more out. The key is not to send too many dogs out because it could possibly get out of hand. And if it gets out of hand, you might have possibly wounded dogs.
He can't make it run, man. He's loaded up in the truck. He can't load up there yet.
There are some deer out here in these woods, and we're in a thicker terrain. There's deer out here, and if one of these dogs get the scent of deer, they will.
We'll be right back with more Southern Draw Outdoors. A little rough around the edges.